Hello, everyone. I'm excited to come to you today and talk about Greystar's vision for DEI. So what is DEI? It's diversity, equality, and inclusion. And we're going to go into a little bit more of that definition in a bit. But I wanted to read to you our vision statement at Greystar. At Greystar, our core values foster an environment of diversity, equality, inclusion, and belonging, and establish a foundation to serve our team members, our residents, our communities, and our partners. So how do we bring DE&I to life for our region in 2021? Well, we are kicking off our own regional DEI group. Other regions across the nation are doing this, and in other countries they're doing this. So it's exciting that we get to own our own DEI focus and our own resource group. So as regional leaders, we will assess interests, we'll identify volunteers, and we're going to develop a plan of action to using the DEI framework. Business leaders, so that would be me, I'm to develop a strategic business strategy with our goals for the region. And then uniquely, global efforts are going to be made to change up our supplier mix, our recruiting strategies, and all other efforts across the country. So as we kick this off for Washington, I'm very excited to announce that Shannon Hammond has been chosen to she'll be the project manager for our own region's DE&I group. Shannon?
Hi, Pam. Thanks for having me. Hi, Washington. So excited to get to kick off this opportunity. So excited to, as Pam said, see this come to life. Really honored to be taking on this role. Wanted to kick off to just talk a little bit more about what exactly, we talk about these terms, diversity, equality, and inclusion, and I have some great sound bites that help break it down. And one of them that I've liked is diversity is the fact, equality and inclusion is the act, right? So what Pam is talking about is what are we doing to put into practice? And focusing on equal opportunities, equal access, but also engagement and contributions and participation of everyone within our organization, and making an opportunity for everyone in our organization to feel seen and heard and be at home at Greystar.
So let's talk about kind of what that looks like. It's one of the conversations that Shannon and I had prior to putting this together is, what does that look like? I attended a call where I got to hear a speaker, and he talked about, have you ever felt like you were the only? That was really something that hit home for me. All of us can identify a time where we were an outsider. We were the only. Like maybe you showed up to a party and you were the only one wearing jeans and everyone else was in formal wear. You didn't get the memo. And it's really, you just feel out of place. Like you feel like you don't belong. There's events that maybe people have gone to where they feel like they don't have anything to talk about. Like maybe they don't identify or connect with anyone. It's just try to put yourself in the shoes of someone that felt like the outsider, a time when you didn't feel like you belonged, you didn't connect. There's so many different reasons why you might not connect. Maybe it's education level. Maybe it's background in the way you were raised. Maybe it's, religion, or it can be anything. That the reality is that I think we need to start there and remember that we want to be a region that is inclusive, that creates an opportunity for people to belong, are a part of something that they belong in.
Yep. I love that, Pam. Yeah, so this, we're looking for people to raise their hand and come on this journey with us, right? And we are going into this just very open arms and wanting participation from anyone who maybe feels passionate already about, some of these things that we're talking about, or maybe you're just curious and maybe you're like, gosh, these aren't conversations I've had in the workplace or at home, or, these aren't conversations that I have, but I'm kind of curious and I'm ready to lean in and listen. Or I have a voice that I want to be heard, and I've never had an opportunity to be heard, and I want my voice to be heard. That's another great way. So really just looking forward to participation from our region.
Mm-hmm. One of the things too is thinking about, creating a non-judgmental zone. It's easy to go into a conversation and say that I'm non-judgmental, but if someone doesn't agree with my opinion or my viewpoint, I may, in my own mind, be judging them because they think differently than me. And that's the important thing that I would just ask, is that everyone have an open mind and create an opportunity for everyone to have a voice. We want people just to not be judged in the situation. So look for those as you're entering into these conversations. Remember to have an open mind and not judge others, no matter what they think.
Yeah, I love that, Pam. I can be really honest and transparent about the fact that I think I went into our unconscious bias training that we took with kind of this chip on my shoulder, right? I went in with this kind of badge of honor that, like, I'm someone who embraces everyone, and there's no way that I have biases, and I know who I am and what I stand for. And I had to really take an internal look and be kind of humbled to say we all have unconscious bias, and embracing diversity is a journey. It's not a destination. So I can't say I've made it. I haven't crossed a finish line. And so I'm personally taking on this role in this group to better myself, to continue to learn and stretch and learn new things about myself and others, and to be on that journey to improve myself as a leader, as a mother, as a friend, in our company, in society, as a neighbor. So that's really what that is, for me as well.
Yeah, that choosing tolerance and acceptance, it's a choice, right? And through this journey, we have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. But I think we all can agree that we want to be a region that is a place where people feel like they belong, no matter where they come from. And so it's as a group saying, what are the things that we can do to make sure we don't leave anyone out, that we don't leave anyone behind. And so I'm just so excited as we start this journey forward to make it more formal, right? For me, it's always been an informal process. And so now it's going to be formalized with these groups where people can really participate at all different levels. So why don't we talk about the framework, the DE&I framework?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple great ways for people to participate, and Graystar's assigned basically 4 different categories or within that framework for people to participate. So one being talent. And so if you feel passionate or want to raise your hand to participate in this employee resource group, you can help create opportunities for team members to grow by leading and contributing to these specific DEI efforts at Graystar. Awareness is another way that you can participate. So the mission under awareness is to enable our team members to be great allies through awareness and education. Giving back is about engaging our team members to advance inclusive causes on behalf of Graystar. So really that philanthropic effort. And then the ecosystem is taking visible action in our industry with residents, suppliers, contractors, clients, really in the networking of all the aspects that fall into property management. So in order to participate, we have an interest form that will be going out over email, and we just really encourage you to complete the interest form. So you can complete the interest form to raise your hand to say, I want to take a project lead role. I really want to organize and lead and take on, some more responsibility. Or you can just raise your hand to say, I want to participate. I'm not ready to commit to a certain number of hours, but I want to participate, I want to be involved. And so both levels of participation are open and encouraged, and you'll have an opportunity to kind of look through the interest form, answer some questions, and be able to raise your hand. And so we can help identify where the interest falls within our region.
Yeah, I think it's important to note, even if you're not interested in participating, we want you to complete the form. And I just encourage everyone to take a look at it. It's just a few simple questions, but it really is so that we can understand where the interest is. There may be areas that we're not aware of, focuses that we should be thinking about. And so it will prompt you and give you ideas and suggestions. And I think as you read through it, please just be honest and open. But again, there's no right or wrong answer here, right? This is just who we are. And not everybody has to participate. You might start out by saying, I don't know what I think of all this, but here's my opinions, or here's my perspective, here's what I'm interested in. And then maybe in a couple of weeks or a month, as things start to roll out, you might raise your hand and just know that it can change. Whatever you put on that form, it's not permanent. You can always join in later. You can just participate in an actual function, or just, create an opportunity for us to give back in other ways. But whatever that looks like, it's not like this is a one and done. So please take a look at the interest form, even if you're not interested.
Yeah. So we look forward to your engagement, whatever level you're ready to engage. We encourage it. We're excited about it. We thank you in advance, and We're really looking forward to going on this journey.
Thank you. Everybody have a great day.
Bye-bye.